Hello, welcome back all my CHISMOSAs. If you are new here, my name is Sherry. In this video, I'm going to be doing something a little different, you guys. There's a YouTuber I watch, and her name is Miss True Redbone. Shout out to Miss True Redbone. And she did a video explaining another video that she had seen about a young lady who proudly with no remorse talks about how she physically abuses her newborn child. Now, once I heard this story, I was just at a loss for words, you guys. I was contemplating on talking about it on my channel just because of how disturbing it is, but it's just, I mean, after listening to this girl is only 17 years old. So actually, you know, after listening to her and watching her, there's like, I'm a loss for words. There's no words that describe the type of person she is, because she's not a person. She's not a human. You know, there can be people who watch her and are like, oh my God, you know, yeah, she abuses her child, but this poor thing, she's a child herself and she needs help herself. No, fuck that, period. Excuse my language, but there's no excuse. She's a demon. The devil had taken over her, and there's no coming back. She's a lost soul. It's unfortunate to say, but there's no helping that. So, I mean, there is nothing that you can say that can take away the pain, the hurt, and the disturbing things she's done to this child. So, her name is Lovely Peaches, and I haven't seen, you know, she has many videos up. I guess she records herself on Instagram and people just screen record her and expose her on YouTube. There's many videos out, but I've never seen it until it got my attention by Miss Redbone. Now, I looked up Lovely Peaches, and in these videos, to me, it's a way for her crying out for help. That's how I see it, because otherwise, why do this? You know, if it's real, if it's fake, I'm not to judge, but it's pretty serious because a lot of people are talking about it. But she is 17 years old. You can tell, and obviously it would make more sense if she was mentally unstable, which she is. What would cause her to do this? I don't know, besides a mental illness, or, you know, maybe being mentally, verbally, or physically abused by someone, and this is the outcome. But she's only 17 years old. She had her child. Obviously, there's some type of animosity or hatred towards her and her child that she has gave birth to. She's given birth to a little girl. Her name is Cora Miracle. She has named her Cora Miracle. And all the way from this baby was first born all the way up to 4 months is when she talks about the things she's doing to this child. So I don't know if after this, if the law got involved. There's videos where she's saying that the baby is no longer existing, that she accidentally kills this child. So let me talk a little bit through very quickly on the things she stated that she did, and from there on, I'm thinking about maybe I'll insert clips of her saying things after I kind of rehash them, just so you guys can get a little bit of more of an idea of what type of mental state this girl was in. So when I do talk about something, I'll probably pause and then do a little video right here or something so you guys can get the real deal. Anyways, this girl is 17 years old. She's mentally unstable. In one part of the video, she says that she refers to her daughter as a hoe. Like, this hoe woke up at 3 a.m. She always wakes me up at 3 a.m. and it irritates her. So she talks about how she physically abuses her to shut her up. And mind you, she's in a home with some family. So she's doing all this under the roof of family, and she tries to be discreet about it. She mentions that when she hurts her daughter, she screams loud, so she tries to shut her up. When the family does recognize her screams, she says, oh, she's just hungry, or she's tired, her diaper's wet. She talks about pinching her daughter, throwing her to the ground, stomping on her hands and legs, all because she wakes her up at 3 in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a little clip on her describing what she did to her daughter, so you guys can get the real deal, Holyfield, and so you guys can understand what mental state she was in. So I'll go ahead and show a clip now.
I did used to beat Cora a lot. I used to punch her, kick her, all type of shit, put her on the floor, step on her legs on purpose when nobody else was home. And eventually my punishments did start to get a lot harsher. I'll admit that. My punishments got a lot harsher than they used to be. So I used to run really hot bath water, which I actually posted a video of some of these actions. Some people have it. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It was in the past. I did post a video of me slapping her once. I deleted it. A few people got it. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's over with. I also posted a video of her in the bathtub. Rough. I'll put her in hot scalding water, throw Clorox on her. I'll pinch her really hard, harder than I used to, because I used to just pinch like, this even hurts me, so I can only imagine. But my punishments got pretty bad to the point where I was putting her in hot scalding water and basically just torturing her, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay, you guys, so you guys seen the clip. Now you guys can pretty much sum up what type of person this is. What also shook me was she was saying that her family stopped watching her. Her family started to work, so her family wasn't able to watch her as much. She was a young teen mom, so this is excusable. This is the type of behavior young teen moms do. They whoop their children. She doesn't want to be tied down to have no responsibility over another human. So she goes on, and another part comes out to where she says that the baby's basically worthless to her. She's nothing but a stupid hoe. And I guess her 3 to 4 month old daughter started to flirt with her boyfriend. So she said, in her words, if this hoe can flirt and give her man the side eye, then she should be able to do grown woman stuff. So that's when she decided to start pimping her daughter out. This poor newborn baby was being physically abused by her boyfriend and by other pimps who she reached out to online, via, I'm not sure what social media sites or what website she did, but she started to say that she regrets having this baby, but now that this baby is making her $1, that okay, she can stick around now. Okay, ho, you could be in my life because you're making me money, And those are her words. This poor baby is being assaulted. She said, and she made good money off of her because she was pretty and she was thick. Like, you guys, like, she's describing her daughter, the way she's talking about her daughter and how much money she made off of her, and she's referring to her daughter as if her daughter is a grown woman. And like her daughter knew that she was being like flirting. Her daughter knew her actions. So she started to pimp her daughter out. And I'm going to go ahead and post the next clip. I'm going to show a clip on her describing how she did it, and just a little clip on her giving her poor baby to these men to be sexually assaulted. I'll go ahead and show that now.
I did get sick of Cora. Eventually, she was always around. She was irritating me. My family started watching her less because they had stuff to do. They had to go to work. They wanted to go out. They're getting older. They want to go out. So I did start to get sick of her. and I decided that I wanted to get rid of her for good. But what I meant by that is that I wanted to sell her into sex trafficking to get her out my hair. I started meeting up with pimps. I had people that would buy her for a certain amount of time, and I was working with other pimps, and I was trying to sell her into sex trafficking completely. But we was trying to get to a certain price because I could have got arrested. So since she got me in trouble, that's when I really started to despise her. When she was like a month and a half old, she was constantly flirting with my boyfriend, and she did it for literally months. Like, he would change her diaper, she would be flirting with him, and literally just like looking at him, basically trying to get him to touch on her. So she was flirting with him for a really long time. When she was 4 months old, that's when they finally had sex. She lost her virginity, and after that she basically had sex with my boyfriend, and that's when it all went downhill. That's when I was like, you know what, this bitch already got me in trouble with the law. She's sleeping with my boyfriend. So when she was 4 months, that's when they finally had sex, and that's when I was like, all right, you want to be a little slut, then we gonna benefit. Mama gonna benefit off of you being a slut. So I started making some money off this little hoe, since she want to be a little dirty ass little hoe. So I started pimping her out. I started making money off of it. I want to make sure I don't miss nothing in this story, because I don't want to talk about this no more after this. So I started pimping her out. I started making that change. I started making that little money. But we were still talking about pricing or whatever. And Cora passed away not long before her birthday. So she was going to be sold, like probably on her birthday, she was going to be sold. But unfortunately, she didn't make it that far. And let me tell y'all what happened. And this is where I'm getting through. We got into it so bad one day. We was arguing, and I mean, she deserved it, so I can't really get sad because she deserved it. But we was arguing back and forth, and I punched her. And that wasn't the first time I ever punched her. I normally never punched her that hard, but things just got really out of control. So I punched her, and we was just arguing back and forth, and she didn't fight me back. She was literally just laying on the bed looking at me, slapping her. I was whamming that hoe. I was beating that hoe up. And she can't fight though, so she ain't fight me back, because that hoe cannot fight. Not one time has Cora ever put her hands on me. She can go hard at the mouth, but she can't fight. She can't back up none of the shit she say. So she ain't fight me back. She was just looking at me, beating her. She was just crying her eyes out, literally crying her freaking eyes out. So I was beating that hoe up. She was crying her eyes out, and I kind of went overboard, and I got so freaking angry with her, and I grabbed her by the throat, and I choked that hoe for about a minute straight. Eventually I started to see her lose motion in her eyes, so I did stop. And it wasn't intentional, so it's not my fault. Mistakes happen as parents, and I'm a teen mother. Teen moms are terrible parents. This is what happened with this is what happens to teen mothers.
So I really contemplated on wanting this video on my channel, because I literally feel sick to my stomach. It's freaking disgusting. It's freaking disgusting, sad, heartbreaking. You know, there's women out here who can't have children, who try years and years to have their children, and then there's women like, there's little girls, demons like her, who get granted the gift of fertility, and they abuse it, and they shoot it down, and it sucks. It's horrible, you know. When little girls like her shouldn't be able to have the right to bury children, to bury children in their wombs and in their bodies. And I haven't did further enough investigation to see where this child's at, but there is rumors that her dad has full custody of this child. To be honest, you guys, it sounds good, you know, for anyone to have custody of this child but her. But if this girl was in the same house as her family, and this baby is screaming different types of, in her words, she says that her family would come in the room and say, that's a different type of cry. Like, she's crying differently. You know, if they recognize all these things, how could your family not know something's up? That's crazy. Especially having a first time, your daughter is a first time parent. Now, first time mothers is crucial. Postpartum depression comes down, anger comes out. You know, a lot of women don't speak about it, but first time mothers, there's a lot of things that run through their head, especially for little girls who are mentally insane as herself. She's mentally ill. So for her to be under the same roof as everybody and them not even question, that's questionable to me. So whether the dad has full custody, whether that's a good thing or bad thing, I don't know. I think the state should take the child, and the child should be physically taken care of, physically examined, and be placed with a family who will love and take care of that child. Hopefully, you know, a family who can't have children and who will bless this little girl and take care of her as if she was their own. But I just decided I wanted to, you know, do this video just because I came up about it, and I'm lost for words. It just really disturbed me. So, you know, probably after today, I won't even watch another video like that again. But if you guys are interested to see what I'm talking about, just search Lovely Peaches. And this girl's a nut. She's a freaking nut. So yeah, that's all I have to say in this video, you guys. I apologize in advance if this video is something that you guys did not want to see, but I don't know, maybe there's good out of this video. Maybe you guys can recognize some of the signs of a young teenage mother crying out for help, and maybe there's someone you know that has similar traits, or you know, something across those lines to where this video can help. Or if you are a mother like her, and if you are suffering postpartum depression, anxiety, anything, reach out for help. Get your baby help and get yourself help. With that being said, you guys, I love you guys all so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have not yet, please do not leave without subscribing. Hit the like button and ring the bell so you can get notified every time your girl posts a new video. With that being said, I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.